On this week's programme, we have the finals of the Bagot Racing Grand National from Harold's Cross, along with the Tote Retention Fund Open 525 from Shelburne Park, and the semi-finals of the Munster Puppy Cup from Clonmel. But first, it's action from Newbridge. The final of the JP Moore and Newbridge Oaks took place at the County Kildare track last Friday night, an event which attracted a highly competitive entry list and culminated in a tremendous final, with a prize of €8,000 plus trophy to the winner. Also on the night was a benefit meeting for the Blessington GAA. We spoke with the club's chairman, Mr. Michael Broderick.
This is our second night in Newbridge. We find the Night of the Dogs is a great fundraiser. One of the members of our club, John Paul Moore, he's a bookmaker at the track. He brings a bit of expertise in this game to us, and we've built on that, and we find this a great night out for the supporters. And tonight we're actually sponsoring 8 or 10 of the 11 races. The Oaks is sponsored by John Paul Moore, and obviously we'd like to say a big thank you to all our supporters, our sponsors who've helped us out on the night, people who've advertised with us, and those who have nominated dogs for a draw to take place tomorrow night in Blessington.
Did you find it difficult in organising a night like this tonight?
First year starting out, I suppose you were a bit nervous about the fundraising that's involved, but we found this year actually that the people that were involved with us last year have rowed in again, and this year has been much easier to organise, and I suppose we get better at it ourselves, so it gets easier.
So do you have any winners tonight?
We backed the winner of the last race here, and hopefully we'll go through the card.
There's also a chance for the Newbridge Oaks winner to collect a bonus, as assistant racing manager Anne Channon explains.
This year again, John Paul Moore has generously guaranteed €50,000 if the winner of tonight's Oaks goes on to win the 2005 Sporting Press Oaks in Shelburne. Well, last year, the runner-up in it, Legal Moment, actually went on and won the Sporting Press Oaks, so that's the nearest we've got to it so far. It's going to be a great final. We've got a great line-up, and anything can win it.
The runners now on parade for the final of the JP Moore Newbridge Oaks, and the first we see is Honey Rose, owned and trained by David and Michael Power in Butlerstown. This is a daughter of Drubby's Vieri Knockmoylan Rose, a very useful sort. She has 5 wins from 23 starts. Into the early-paced Ballymac returns, trained by Fraser Black for Dermot Lynch, a very decent daughter of Drubby's Woods, and Blonde returns. She's won 10 races from 30. In 3, the fast finisher of the field, Lee's Friend, owned by the legendary Pat Dalton down in Golden and trained by Timmy O'Donovan. This is a daughter of Drubby's Merson and Tuttle Snowy. She's one of the outsiders. In 4, another early pacer, Owen Classic, trained by Owen McKenna, who's having such a magnificent year, owned by Cathal O'Doherty and Vincent Meany. This is a daughter of Honcho Classic and Nebraska. 5 is Graceland's Pixie, a top-class performer. This daughter of Larkle Joe and Yuri Bio is a second runner for Owen McKenna, owned by John O'Sullivan and Elliot White in Tipperary. And finally in Trap 6 is the hugely fast Frazzled, trained by Reggie Roberts for Susan Roberts. This is a daughter of Larkle Joe and Newbridge girl, ideally drawn the striped jacket. She has 7 wins from 13. Well, that's it. They're all set in traps now. The hare well on the way. Coming up behind the boxes, the dogs all ready, and away they go. Number 4 off to a flyer. Owen Classic leads to the bend from the 1 Honey Rose. The 3 favourites were slowly in the stride, but Grayson's Pixie going well on the outside. Now number 2, Ballymac returns, slips through in second, but it's number 4. Owen Classic leads down the far side. She has 4 lengths in hand. Here comes number 5, Grayson's Pixie with a powerful charge. Number 2, Ballymac returns, now coming back on the inside. Closing all the while is number 3, Lee's Friend, but it's number 4, Owen Classic leads for home. Number 3 now, Lee's Friend, closing on the inside. Normally a fast finisher, but it's number 4, Owen Classic. Here comes number 3, Lee's Friend, coming to the line, and Lee's Friend gets there with a last-ditch effort. Second number 4, Owen Classic, but what a thrilling finish. And the result of the JP Moore Newbridge Oaks, the winner number 3, Lee's Friend, second number 4, Owen Classic, and third was number 2, Ballymac Returns, the winning time 28.79.
It was a great performance tonight. She's a bitch that just never knows when to give up, and going into the third bend I knew she got the rail, that she'd have a good chance coming home, so we're absolutely thrilled. It was a great win for the lads at home and great win for Timmy. He's done a great job with her, and he had a really bouncing tonight, so roll on.
Will you keep her for the Oaks in Shelburne?
Well, hopefully next year's a bit far away. We'll probably go to the Champion Bitch Stake and Thurles next to her, and next year we'll try and get through the Christmas and see how we go then. Maybe go for the Oaks next year, hopefully.
Looking ahead to next Thursday, the 18th, the Comerford Cakes National Puppy 525 gets underway at Shelburne Park and continues on the following Saturday. This event has a total prize fund of €40,000. It was the night for jumpers at Howells Cross last Friday night, the final of the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National. The line-up included the English national winner, four-handed, and was a perfect split with 3 British challengers and a trio of Irish entries, vying for the €12,500 winner's prize. Before the dogs went on parade, Michael spoke with professional golfer Pádraig Harrington.
Pádraig, great to see you here tonight.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I'd like to be winning a few more, but it's good to be here all the same.
You've had a dog running in your name this year. A little bit of luck.
Yeah, a little bit of change. Obviously involved with Bagot Racing, and my brother's heavily involved there, so got a dog running under those names as well, and it's just a bit of an interest. I wouldn't say I'm any great punter, but it's nice to have an interest all the same.
Well, you're a world traveller, very, very much so. You're just taking a weekend off, basically, before you go off to Spain next week, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got the World Cup next week, myself and Paul McGinley. Looking forward to that. Obviously, we've a good chance. We won it in '97, so hopefully next week will go well, but I'm certainly enjoying my few days off. I go to the match tomorrow now as well, so it's nice to have a bit of a break. It's winding down sort of time.
A good year for you. You're, what, is it number 7 you are at this stage?
7, yeah. I've improved my world ranking. Things have gone well during the year. It's been a little bit erratic. I would have liked to be in contention more often, but the times I was in contention, I probably converted more this time. So next year, hopefully, I'll be in contention more and keep converting at the rate maybe that I was going this year.
And what's the target for next year? Apart from winning your own Grand National.
Yeah, well, first things first. Now, I usually keep my goals to myself, but it's pretty easy to figure out what I'll be trying to do next year. I'm playing a few more events in the States to get myself ready for the majors and just to give myself a better chance of winning them.
So you're not saying what we're saying, you're going to win a major.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, that's obviously going to be high on the focus, but it doesn't have to happen next year. As I say, I'll probably have another 10 years of competing in them, so there's plenty of time yet.
Well, let's hope that when you return for next year's Bagot Racing National, you'll be here as a Masters champion or a major winner.
I'll settle for any, but the Masters will be very sweet.
Well, the runners now on parade for the final of the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National. One Top Lark, trained by Thomas Lynch for Frank Moran and Noel McKenna. An early pace son of Top Honcho and Clonboney Skoda. He's won 19 of 49. In 2 Lethal Rumble, unbeaten in the competition thus far, trained by Jason Foster, owned by the Dog Lover Syndicate. This is on the Smooth Rumble and Lake Taz, bidding to complete a famous double for Jason, who won this last year with Frightened Pig. In 3 Lemon Ramble, a powerful son of Top Honcho and Lemon Python, trained by Dolores Ruth for Liam Marks. He's won 29 of 52 starts. He'll be flying from halfway, and he certainly won with huge claims. In 4, the favourite. This is Four-Handed, trained by Jim Reynolds across the water for P. Whelan or Alavine and J. Timms. This is a son of Frisbee Flashing and Trickery Chris, a worthy favourite and certainly the one they all have to beat. Next up, we have Joe Bananas, trained by Nick Colton for Kay O'Brien and M. O'Brien. This is a son of Larkill Joe and Woman Power, the track record holder around Shelburne Park. He did that in Derby final night with 28.99. If he repeats that run, he'll take some beating here. And finally, in the striped jacket is Druid's Bossman, owned and trained by John Brennan in Waterford, a son of Top Honcho and Druid's Villa. He's won 2 of his 13 starts. He's a very decent hurdler, and he's certainly one that represents value at a big price. They're here now in motion for the final of the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National. When 4, the favourite, Four-Handed. They're coming up behind the traps. They're all set and away they go. And first to show is trap number 3, Lemon Rambo. Leads to the first hurdle from number 4, Four-Handed on the inside. Trap number 1, Top Lark around the opening corner. It's number 4 that leads. Four-Handed the favourite. From number 5, Joe Bananas. Then comes number 3, Lemon Rambo. We've a real race in our hands. It's Four-Handed leads. But here comes number 5, Joe Bananas. Then comes number 3, Lemon Rambo. But around the third bend, it's number 4, Four-Handed. Number 5, Joe Bananas is certainly closing, as is number 3, Lemon Rambo. But up the home straight is number 4, Four-Handed. Here comes Joe Bananas on the outside, coming to line desperately close. Joe Bananas gets there, second number 4, Four-Handed, and third number 3, Lemon Rambo. But what a thriller, 29-32, a superb contest. Well, what a thriller the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National turned out to be. Number 5, Joe Bananas, getting up on the final stride to beat number 4, Four-Handed. Then came number 3, Lemon Rambo, the winning time, 29-32. Four-Handed was actually slowly in the stride. Lemon Rambo came off to a flyer, but Joe Bananas well poised on the outside. But look at the corner here now. Lemon Rambo just got that touch there. That allowed Four-Handed skip clear of number 5, Joe Bananas. Lemon Rambo perhaps a little bit unlucky at that point. Number 4, though, Four-Handed is setting a blistering gallop. But look at the pace of number 5, Joe Bananas, closing all the while in second spot. At this stage we knew we had a big finish in store. Number 3, Lemon Rambo, though, look at him. He really finished that speed. But up the home straight, Four-Handed was trying his best to hold on, but Joe Bananas just got there in the last couple of strides. It was a brilliant final.
Kieran and Michael O'Brien, the owners, you must be thrilled.
Over the moon, Michael. Absolutely over the moon. Speechless. And for me, that's something, I can tell you. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Going down the back straight, what did you think?
I thought he was going to pick up the 4-dog. I was worried about the 3 coming from behind because I knew he'd stay. And so I was confident we'd get past the 4, but I wasn't confident we'd stay in front of the 3. So it was nerve-wracking. But he always gives us a heart attack. So it's great.
You like winning on the big nights over here? Derby final night as well?
Yeah, I was thinking of moving over. If we can find a kennel, we'll move over because he's got such good press over here that, that's 3 from 4 over here. He didn't really run the track here first time. He needed the trial, but he's improved with each run, and it's a dream come true. He's a dog of a lifetime for anybody.
I know the dog was very well backed. Tag Harrington, was he well backed with you, sponsors?
He was indeed. He would have been our worst result, Michael. But I have to say, it's our 3rd year doing the National. As you know, it was the best final so far. It was a great race. The 2 farm dogs led the way. We fancied 4, I have to admit, and 5 did very well to come home. He was a deserved winner on the night, and I have to say we're looking forward to next year to doing the National again, and for many years. Delighted to see the English trainers coming over, and I think it really is starting to click with them that there is good money over here in hurdle racing, so long may it last.
Next Friday at Harold's Cross, the first round of the Harold's Cross Bookmakers 575 Grand Prix gets underway. This event has a purse of €50,000. Also on Friday night at Lifford, it's the final of the Texaco Bridgent 600. We were at Shelburne Park last Saturday night for the final of the Tote Retention Fund Open 525, which offered a prize of €5,000 and trophy to the winner. All 6 dogs went to traps.
In trap 1 is Tired Jim, owned by PJ Fahy, a son of Stapler's Joe and Pinhead, one of 2 runners trained by Paul Hennessy. He's perfectly positioned here in trap 1. Going from 2 is Plum Picker, owned by the New Tank Syndicate, trained by Mary Gilbert, a son of Top Condition and Askelassie. Mary also has 2 runners in the final. Plum Picker, the favourite, nicely housed, goes up fast to the corner. In trap 3 is Lisnastrain Lane, owned by Charlie Carr, trained by Mary Gilbert, a son of Queensbury Rules and Level Heights. This is our second runner here, Lisnastrain Lane. He's one of the outsiders in the race, but a dog has been running mighty consistently here at Shelburne. He'll be motoring at the 3rd bend. In trap 4, we have Carrigean Rebel, owned by Bleda Carroll, being led and trained by her husband Donald, a son of Concord Direct and Carrigean Signet. Ran a blinder here in the semi-final and just touched off by the Burglar in 29.02. A dog that rarely runs a bad one. Wearing the orange jacket is the Burglar, owned by the Burglar Syndicate, trained by Paul Hennessy, his second runner. This fella, son of Droopy's Kuel and Banusel, a very, very fast tracker. This fella has a huge chance in this race. He goes up fast and he stays strongly. And number 6 in this race is Cool Mount Flair, owned by Pat Merriman, a daughter of Droopy's Kuel and Deanside Flair. 5 wins from 19 and very impressive when winning the semi-final. Perfectly positioned on the outside. The final of the Shelburne Tote Retention Fund Open 525. The hair behind traps, away to go. Number 2 is out fast, Plum Picker, but so is number 5, the Burglar. It's number 2, Plum Picker, and 5, the Burglar, the 2 favourites going around the corner, with Plum Picker just the leader, from 5, the Burglar in second. 1 Tired Jim is third, and 3 flying in next, as number 5, the Burglar, goes up on the outside of 2, Plum Picker, into the 3rd bend. Number 1, Tired Jim going in the inside, and number 5, the Burglar, shoots ahead on the 3rd bend. From numbers 1 and 2, having a battle in behind for second, but it's number 5, the Burglar, out clear, winning this one in style. From number 2, Plum Picker second, with 4, Carrigean Rebel in third. The time 28.51, a brilliant effort. The result of the Open 525 final, the winner, number 5, the Burglar, owned by the Burglar Syndicate, trained by Paul Hennessy. Second, number 2, Plum Picker. And third, number 4, Carrigean Rebel. The time 28.51.
Well, I'm with 2 very delighted people, June Judd and Mr. Stuart Kenny. A very impressive performance there by the Burglar.
Wasn't it? Very delightful.
Have you had him long?
Yes, quite a while.
About a year and a half, I think. And of course, June is also owner of yesterday's winner at Newbridge, Bookie Burglar.
So the Burglar and Bookie Burglar, it's a theme, is it?
It's a Bookie thing.
Stuart, he ran great tonight.
He ran a cracker. He's been a great dog, and Paul has done a great job with him. I don't know where he goes now. I'll leave it up to Paul. He might go down to Tralee next week, or God, I know. He's been all over the country. He earned a great pot in Lifford, in the Cox Cup at Newbridge, and God only knows where he goes. But he'll keep going.
It's a case of how dog will travel. He has been a great performer for you all year, and no doubt he'll have more successes in the future.
Hopefully.
Let's hope so.
And next Saturday night at Mullingar, the final of the Anglo-Irish Bank Open 550 takes place, and Dundalk are holding the final of the Tote Retention Marathon, which will be run over 910 yards. Then at Cork, it's the final of the Beamish 575. Well, it's that time of year again for the launch of the Greyhound Review Annual and its yearly awards. Ian Fortune spoke to the award winners.
It seems that every year we're here, and I talk to the men beside me. They've done it again. The stud dog of the year goes to the Duns. Well, top honcho. It's a third year in a row. It's an amazing feat.
Yeah, we're delighted. It's great to do it, dog again. It's just great to do it 3 years in a row. Very happy dog, very proud of the dog. He's a great dog.
Of course, the highlight of the year for top honcho would have been the victory of Droopy Skulls in the English Derby. It was a magnificent night.
Yeah, myself and Michael were there. It was a great night to be there, and just great to see the dog run so well. But we've had some great nights at top honcho.
Will he do it a fourth? That's the question on everybody's lips.
Well, it's we've a lot of competition. It's a good chance. It'll probably still be in leash again next year. We battled out with Larkin Joe, but he's a great dog. He's a lucky dog, and he's mating very well. He's still working very well, and I think in the last 30 bitches due to pup, 29 went in pups. So I think he's a phenomenal lucky dog, and so we've nearly as many done this year as we did last year. So who knows, you know.
Well, for the second time since 1980, the Personality of the Year award was a dead heat. Owen McKenna and Ian Riley. Ian, I'll start with yourself, simply because you started earlier in the year, Droopy Skulls.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the greatest nights of my life. The whole experience was a dream come true. Definitely, it was unbelievable, really.
That's hard to believe. It was even made sort of sweeter in a sense, where Droopy's cattle won the Consolation Derby. I'm sure that's a double that hasn't been achieved too often.
Yeah, it kind of got the ball rolling and gave you great confidence when he won the Consolation, for the final. But it definitely was an unbelievable night, and I'll always remember it. Hopefully someday we'll do it again. Mr.
McKenna, it's a name that's sort of synonymous in greyhound circles, but you did it. You won your first Derby. Now you only have, another 2 or 3 to win to catch up with the Alpha.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too hard when you say it quick, but no, it's been a mighty year. It's like Ian is a great year, but we've 3 classics now. It's been it's been a dream come true, but it's be hard to follow it, but it's been great.
Last Sunday night, Clonmel hosted the semi-finals of the 2004 Shawhall Glen Electrical Local Business Munster Puppy Cup with a total prize fund of €19,750. Mal Keaveney reports.
Terry, the flooding that hit Clonmel also hit Clonmel Greyhound track in a big way.
It certainly did, Mel. You've seen pictures of it. I mean, I was down here and everywhere was covered. There's 4 foot of water. I mean, you could just barely see the starting traps underwater. I just couldn't believe that we actually raced the Thursday after the floods on the previous Thursday. I came in on the Saturday, and the water had gone down a little bit on Friday, but then we had another high tide Friday evening, and I was so disillusioned when I came in Saturday, and the same thing again on Sunday. It's just started to go down, but the lads did a tremendous job under Barry. Mick Day and Paul on the ground staff. I mean, we had to. There was 1 inch, 2 inches of silt all the way around the track, and over on the 700 starting traps, there was an area of about 12 yards that was right down to the base of the stone, and that had to be filled in with the help of Tom Smith and Gavin Smith. It was a tremendous effort on all our staff, our catering staff under JJ Healy. Everybody came in. We had owners and trainers coming in to see what they could do, and it was a tremendous effort and a lot of goodwill that got us racing by the Thursday, and by the Sunday we was in full stream. Our catering was in operation. Tremendous effort, and full credit to Barry and the staff.
The dogs have been placed in traps for the opening semi-finals. Sparl Citrate 1, 2 Cutine Brook, 3 Heaven Star, Granada Girl is 4, 5 Lions Cobra and 6 Cherry Hill Fancy. If Heaven's Star breaks well from box 3, he'll be difficult to beat. 28.90 last weekend, not out all that well this evening, but improving down the centre. Cherry Hill Fancy running wide, but into the bend now. It's Heaven's Star that gets the run on, and he'll be difficult to beat from this spot now. Into the second bend and going on by a length or two, it's Heaven's Star. In behind, it's Cherry Hill Fancy. That's the closest challenger. Sparl Citrate improving as well. 3 to qualify. Sparl Citrate into second. Heaven's Star holding on at the final bend and up towards the finish. It's going to be a close, exciting finish up towards the line, desperately close, but Sparl Citrate takes the honours. Confirmation of the result. It's a win here for Sparl Citrate, second Heaven's Star and third Cherry Hill Fancy, the time 28.79. At what stage in tonight's race did you think he'd win?
I thought from the very beginning tonight's race was going to win tonight.
You had a feeling in the bones?
I just had the feeling, yeah. There was something about him tonight. Yes.
Fingers crossed now, Eileen, you'll be looking for the winner's cheque of 10,000 next weekend.
Lovely. Of course she will. Oh, gorgeous. Yeah.
And are you feeling optimistic about winning?
Definitely. But then you never know. Good dogs.
We're set so for the second semi-final. Creswick Vieri is 1, Sarsfield's Rock is 2, Millerstown Rebel 3, 4 is Absent, 5 Cindered Porter and Lions Rumble 6. 5 Cindered Porter normally has the early pace. How about tonight? Away they come from traps and Cindered Porter breaks reasonably okay. Sarsfield's Rock shows the lead into the opening bend, followed behind by Creswick Vieri. On they go, and it's still our leader clear. That's Sarsfield Rock by 2, but they're closing in behind. Millerstown Rebel beginning to close. Cindered Porter is well in contention as well. 3 to qualify. Sarsfield's Rock, and his lead is beginning to be gobbled up. It's going to be a close finish from the final bend. Still holding the narrow advantage. It's Sarsfield Rock up towards the lines. Vieri comes through to win it. Creswick Vieri has won it. The second semi-final has been won in a much slower time of 29.26 by 1 Creswick Vieri, second Millerstown Rebel, and claiming third, a strong finish by Lions Rumble. Paddy, looking back in the semi-final, you must be pleased with the win.
Over the moon, like, you know, we didn't give him much of a chance going down the back, but I knew he'd be coming from the third bend, like, you know, he wants farther afield, like, you know, so we just chanced him in the Munster Puppy Cup just to see how he's still even learning, like, you know, and he's starting to put his act together now, like, you know, and what I liked about him was he kept his bottle the whole way around, like, you know, never gave up. His dog would never give up trying. If he could come away as fast as he comes home with a Miller.
The trap draw for the Munster Puppy Cup final of 2004. In 1, Heaven's Star, 2, Creswick Vieri, in 3, Sparl Citrate, 4, Millerstown Rebel, 5, Lions Rumble, and 6, Cherry Hill Fancy.
In next week's programme, we'll have the final of the Texaco Bridgent 600 from Lifford, along with the 2004 Munster Puppy Cup from Clonmel, the Tote Retention Marathon from Dundalk, and the Beamish 575 from Cork.
For a complete fixtures list and more information, log on to the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie.